Hey guys, how are you doing today? Remember to like and share our channel. Remember to click on the little notification button so you'll be notified each time we put out a new video. Today's video is going to be on what is a 4-point home inspection. You heard about it all the time. People say it in passing, but what exactly is it? For the most part, it is required by the insurance companies. And when you're buying an older home, maybe older than 30 years old, sometimes older than 15 years old, and also if you are buying a rental or investment property, the insurance company wants you to do a 4-point inspection because they want to make sure that these 4 points are taken care of. This will also happen if you are buying a home with an older roof, especially in our area in Central Florida, or anywhere in Florida for that matter. They might want to do a 4-point inspection to see what the age or the condition of the roof really is. And this came to be back in 1992 after Hurricane Andrew. And Hurricane Andrew created such a havoc, especially in Florida and other areas. And the insurance company had to replace so many things that they're like, wait a minute, some of these things were already deferred before the hurricane came, which means some of these things are deferred maintenance and the hurricane just kind of smashed them away because they weren't being maintained. And so the insurance company had to pay out so much money that now they're like, you know what, before we insure an older home, an older roof, or an investment property or a rental, we want to get a 4-point inspection done. So what is a 4-point inspection? This is an inspection where they're going to be inspecting the roof, the electrical system, heating and cooling, and your plumbing, right? So that's the 4 things: roof, electrical system, heating and cooling, and plumbing. And who are some of the people that can, I'm doing 10 things at once, guys, sorry. So who qualifies to do a 4-point inspection? Well, we could get it from a general residential or building contractor. It could be a building code inspector. It could be a home inspector. It could be a professional engineer, or it could be a building code official who is authorized by the state of Florida to verify building code compliance, right? So various different people could do it, but more than likely you will be getting a licensed inspector to do yours. So what are they going to be checking for? Well, first let's talk about the roof. They're going to be looking for the age of the roof. They're going to be looking for any deferred maintenance. Is there any missing shingles? Are the rafters down correctly? Is there anything that would indicate the roof is leaking or the potential of a leak is obvious or about to happen, or they see any wear or tear and any of that stuff? They have to take pictures of this as well. So the insurance company is not just going to go by the inspector saying, yeah, I went out there and everything was good. They got to take pictures of different positions and angles of the roof. If it's a tile roof, I think tile roof, you could go up to 40 years, I believe. When it comes to a regular roof, you know, like a regular, I would say 10 to 19 years. Tin roofs is a different situation. They probably last longer than that. And then we have slab roof. So slab roofs are not really that popular anymore. It's mostly either tile roofs or shingles or a tin roof. So based upon the material that the roof is built on, the insurance company has a certain amount of time frame that I think it should be replaced or renewed. And if it's over that time period, they probably will not insure the property. Also, if the inspector finds anything that's deferred as far as the roof maintenance is concerned and it cannot be repaired or fixed.
Need to buy or sell fast? Make one call, that's all. And put our 23 years of experience to work for you. Gift Group Sells Homes is the way to go. Call for 07-791-4713.
They probably will want the whole entire roof to be replaced. That's a big deal. And roofing is a big deal in our area because we have hurricanes, and we've had quite a few hurricanes, and people lost their roof, and that becomes a big insurance claim. So the insurance company want to make sure the roof is intact. The next thing is the electrical. So they want to make sure your electrical system is intact. They want to make sure, you can listen to me because I'm doing all kind of things there. They want to make sure that there's not certain brands on the electrical fuse box. Like if you have a fuse breaker box on older homes, there's certain brands that are unsafe, like Federal, Pacific, Zenso, and Challenger. And there's also one called Sylvania, which if you have any of those, the insurance company is going to frown upon that. If you have older fuse boxes that trips easily, They're going to want those to be replaced. They're going to be looking for things like copper, aluminum, cloth covered wire, which is a no-no. The inspector will look for evidence of faulty wiring, as this causes 90% of residential fires. So they're going to be looking at that as well. They're also going to be looking at your heating and cooling system, which is the third point, so within the 4-point. And they're going to be just looking at the age of the HVAC. Is it running correctly? If you have UV lights in an older system, sometimes some of the HVAC system gets mold in them, and that's not really an insurance issue, that's more of a health issue. So they're going to be checking for those kind of stuff as well. And then they're going to be looking at the plumbing. This is the fourth one. They want to make sure that the plumbing is up to par. They want to make sure that there are certain things that allow an 18-inch elevate, some things don't. So they're going to be looking for a bunch of plumbing things that may be a problem. They're going to be looking for copper piping or PVC piping or whatever piping is it that you have on older homes. They're going to be looking for, I think after 2003, they were no longer required to elevate 18 inches off the floor due to ignition and leakage having been eliminated by the new component design. So they have different designs that they're doing. They're going to be looking for what your hot water looks like. If it's over 18 years old, they probably will want you to change it. I don't know if any hot water tank lasts over 18 years old, but if it's older, they want you to change your hot water tank as well. So they're going to be looking at, remember, roof, electrical, heating and plumbing, heating and cooling, and plumbing. Now back to electrical, they're also going to be looking for GFCIs as well. Now the new rule is each wet area, so each sink in your kitchen, in your bathroom, should have a GFCI close to the sink. So they're going to be looking at if the GFCI is there, does it work, and how far is it away from the sink. So the sink can't be over here and the GFCI is over there in another wall. That's not going to work. So they're going to be looking for that kind of stuff. So the 4-point is obviously for the insurance company. If you're going to get a regular inspection, you may as well just have the inspector do the 4-point, and they're going to have to do a better inspection on those 4 main components, because the insurance company want to make sure everything is working, especially if it's an older property. Okay? If you have any questions on this, feel free to give us a call, send us a text, we will answer you. But that's definitely what a 4-point inspection is. I hope that answered your question. I'll see you on the next video.
Need to buy or sell fast? Make one call, that's all. And put our 23 years of experience to work for you. Gift Group Sells Homes is the way to go. Call for 07-791-4713.